Start music on on the intro screen.
Let's just check that out. I don't think so. Oh, yes it is.
Yeah, it is.
I was wrong. Good job. I could never have figured that shit out. I made him go do it last time.
I'm so proud of you.
I am too. And they got it back on this screen. Look at professional.
Man,
that's professional.
I love it when a team comes together, when a plan comes together. It's like the A team.
It just all falls in line. Beautiful.
Check the volume on that. Check the volume on the live. No, on the check the volume on that. Go ahead and skip the next.
Yeah.
Carol, can you just really just why you gotta answer the phone like what's Sydney? The fuck are you calling for? Can you get to like what?
When you start.
Man, I was just seeing how you doing, man. You crossing my mind, man.
I'm not dead.
See, I bet you are good.
Kill me. What do you want?
See, you acting like a bullshit ass bitch again. I'm sorry, you are. Cause that's not cool.
You're a big bitch. What the fuck do you want? You call my phone to harass me?
She shunned him.
See, that's what I don't understand, man. See, that's that bullshit. You don't even feel like you done wronged me any kind of motherfucking way. It's all good how you handled me, how you treated me.
Call my phone trying to cuss at me. That's dumb.
Man, fuck
Shut
you.
the fuck out. What do you want?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch.
Hopefully, blue fire emojis. He inside you again. God damn. Oh. Lord. Kill. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Alright. That's enough 80 proof. Alright. If you're tuning in, we live? Are we is everything
we're live.
everything operational? What up? What it do? If you're tuning in right now, it's not a mistake. It's a motherfucking earthquake. I am Blue Label Johnny. Usually, or as should be, my son, Micah Coleone, should be present. However, he had other commitments this weekend. We tried to work around, and so we pushed the show for a fun, Sunday fun day. Didn't work out. We were supposed to. However, what we were going to do anyway on Friday, we were going to have my niece. We're going to add her to the show. She is going to sit in the middle, but since Mike here, we just shoved his empty chairs still off to the side. Justin. Respect for my son.
Yes.
But so I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Well, since we want to include all the names, I am Day Day, aka Pebbles, aka Pyro Pebbles, and aka Rollin' Pete.
Depending on the which way the wind's blowing and how the water feels that day.
Yes.
I will say wherever Sydney James 80 Proof Rider is right now, I'm sure he is cussing you out. He was like, that bullshit ass bitch waited for me to die before she'll come and be on the show.
Yeah.
He's up there telling Tupac right now. He's like, I told that white bitch that I think she would be great on the show.
And she would.
That's fine. If you just want to be over, he's like, that's fine. But I think it would be on the. So he is telling like Tupac and Big and bunch of other friends she's like she is a bullshit. He's like, she shunned me.
I apologize.
And she scoffed at me.
I apologize.
He is telling everybody wherever he is that all about her, and he did. She did. I told her mother. I was like 80 proof. Wherever he is, right? He is mad as hell. He's like, she waited. This bitch waited till I had to die before she would. He's like, she waited for me to die before she would come to the show. Whoo! So she did. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You can't look. You can say whatever you want to. Hey, it's fine. But the proof is in the pudding. You literally waited till the man died before you would come.
Okay.
Before you would come do the show.
Got it.
Which is fine. I mean, hey, I can't force anybody to do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what your motivations were waiting for the man to die.
Y'all seem like y'all had arguments between who's talking more, this, that. I feel like a third person at this point may have seemed like the hostile environment.
I wouldn't have mind. Look, as much as he's cussing now, what he ain't telling is how much his ass would have hated it if you were on the show. He'd be like,
you just want your
fan club. you just even though it would have been his idea, he's like, oh, you just brought a second person just so you can support all your liberal alphabet mafia policies and shit. I mean, of course. I was like, that's right, and it worked like hotcakes.
And it was your idea. So you always say, you can have it. It was your idea.
Look, one thing about 80 is if it was great, it was his idea. If it was failure, it was. He's like, why'd you let me do it? I was like, what? Can't stop you from. You're a bull in a china shop. You can't stop you from doing shit. But anyway, is there anything that before we dive in? I mean, this is your first time, so I figure and. To my knowledge, as my niece, that would make you a female, and as a Texas Southern gentleman, I would say I would allow you to go first. Now, I think you're a girl, so maybe
right.
I never know. You never know these days. You can't you can't make assumptions on gender and you never know somebody's pronouns. I don't know if
That's fine.
If it's
it's
your pronoun, your preferred pronoun is other. I don't know. Giger. Mine is leisure.
I don't think I have anything to say before we get into it.
So you don't have any topics or anything that you want to bring? You want to talk about today?
Well, I had something. Did we talk about? Did you already bring up to the table how conveniently Mr. Abbott, governor of Texas, has coronavirus?
Yeah. Did we talk about? I think we like made
It happened
made light about it. I think we said we
Happened
made a.
midweek.
I thought it was like early this last week.
Well, I thought it was like 2 weeks ago.
I don't think we talked about it. But he
I'm sure.
did test negative, so he doesn't have COVID anymore, according to the news.
But he did have
But
it
he
though.
did have
He did.
COVID. He was positive.
And I mean, so wait. I got a question. Do y'all really think he got vaccinated, or do you think he had one of them?
No, he got
the
the
vax
fake
cards.
vax cards, bro. Oh, can we talk? Never mind.
No. Wait. Look. Wait.
No.
If you got something to say, go ahead and
Go ahead and-
close the door.
If you got something, you gotta.
You got something to say? Say it.
I don't know.
Oh, all of a sudden, motherfucker scared and shit.
Let me think.
Motherfucker, you
Let me
scared
think
of?
on that one.
Why you scared all of a sudden? Shit.
I gotta put my words together.
Mhm.
Okay, Okay,
Okay,
we'll give you a minute.
so all right, well, why we just so right now, or like what's been going on in Texas? Like I don't know if anyone knows. Like I'm sure COVID shit is probably in the news everywhere, but of course.
Oh, everybody's
you know,
talking about Texas right now.
Everybody talk about. I mean,
Oh,
I never know. I mean,
Biden released something that was generally speaking towards Texas and Florida because we are.
well, yeah,
worse,
because we do what the fuck we
mean.
want. So I mean, you do.
Well, it was bad. It's bad.
You when it comes to Florida, and I mean, we're not quite as crazy as Florida,
Right.
but if there's a number 2 spot, I do.
It's definitely.
I mean, I think we're close. Like if whatever, we're close to Florida. If not next to them, we're like close
we
to
might
adjacent.
both be first. I don't know.
Stupid adjacent. I think that's the word.
It could
We're very stupid adjacent. Mr. Greg Abbott helps that case
be. He does.
a lot. I mean, not that we don't need. We all kind of a little nutty anyway. That's just all. I'm just
Florida
saying
people
like.
are
They
crazy.
really nutty.
Yeah,
I mean,
Florida people
they
are crazy.
They like meth head crazy. We're more like drunk crazy.
Like
You know
drunk
what I'm
crazy. Yeah.
We're just drunk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Florida's like they're meth head crazy. That's like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
It's a level up.
It's amped up. It's
Yeah.
it's a little level above
It
the
is.
normal shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we'd be number 2 in that regard. So Biden does. I understand the president of the United States would have to speak to us. If I'm talking to you, Texas. Hey, no, look over here. Come here. Yeah, talking to you. Yeah, you have to talk to us like that because we're playing with our guns and shit, drinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably smoking weed. You know what I mean? Even though for whatever it's illegal here, you can't. It's almost hard to run into a Texan who doesn't. That's the most hardest. That's the most retarded shit. But so the hotbed right now, especially if you live here, is the COVID shit because we got a governor who's saying him and us and Florida one of the early adopters to get rid of the mask mandates. They've been pushing the vaccine, but as far as the social distancing, wearing masks, all that basically life almost went right back. Right back to the way it was, other than you can see the social distance signs and
Actually,
please wear a mask.
I would even think it's almost worse than before because it made it to where really no businesses can require masks. So you can't even really make sure no one can come into your business if they're not wearing one, which is kind of, I feel like should be your choice if they're coming into your store.
But I mean, but here's the thing: is in Texas, it's nobody seemed to en masse think that what Greg Abbott, doing this was there any public outrage? You know what I'm saying? There any riots in the street or protesting against?
Nobody wears masks, and I think that's really I'm not saying Greg Abbott's the full problem, but the fact that he's not trying to go and solve the problem of the ignorance or stupidity of people who don't want to wear masks, even if they are vaccinated, then maybe he should go about trying to solve that as a leader should. I feel like instead of encouraging people to not wear masks, or not encouraging, but condoning people to not wear masks.
Can I get a refresh on my drink, please?
And making it to where businesses can't even require it. If you were a leader, I feel like you would want the best for your people rather than saying it's on personal
right. So I
responsibility.
mean, and my personal opinion is I don't know especially when it comes to Republicans in power and stuff, political power, how much do they really feel that this is literally an issue of freedom and they're really so concerned with people having the freedom to wear masks or not wear masks, or is it just a political speaking point to be anti like science and medicine
Right.
because that's what the Democrat like. How much of this blowback is literally because they feel like they care about freedom and more about being anti whatever my opponent is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do y'all think?
I think it's more so right now anti my opponent type shit. I think it's more so anti-opponent type shit.
I mean,
right now.
for Greg Abbott, I definitely think it is. Like, I don't think this dude is really. This
Just
is
to
like a
maybe-
hill
maybe make
he's
it
trying to
seem-
die on.
Maybe make it seem like we have it more under control than other places do. Which
No, I mean we have like
clearly
the numbers. Like, we have the worst
we do,
numbers.
but
Yeah.
With him saying that we don't need masks, it's personal responsibility. It makes it maybe seem like
Now,
you don't need to worry about it.
When
but-
it first happened, like it almost looked like the numbers were in favor of what Florida and Texas were doing because but this is before the variants really got took hold. Like it looked like being out and blah 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 made numbers are still going down. But when the variants came back, then all that just the disappearance of those health protocols showed what really happens when you don't wear masks
Right.
and you don't social distance and you don't what I'm saying, it shows what happens.
I think especially with school starting back and all the kids going to school, and then he's like, well, if you are worried, then to get vaccinated, but grades K through 6
Oh,
are not in the
That
age.
is delicious.
Age K through 6 are not in the age to get vaccinated, so it's not like they really can go
Right.
choose to just go do that.
So I mean, dude, is it New Zealand that got one case and shut everything down?
There's a lot of places over there that get
They did
one
it
case and
again.
shut everything down and then they have it under control and they don't have outbreaks.
And then those places will, if they do have to shut down, they'll pay you. Dude, I really don't understand how America feels like they are just this, superpower among countries, and yet we don't even operate like New Zealand. What's the hell?
They gave $7,000 to every household there during the first shutdown. I don't know about this previous one, but I would assume that they did the exact same thing.
It just shows the ignorance of the United States. I mean, because we gave billions to businesses, but not to the people. That you don't. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you. If you would literally give billions to companies and then and just to the citizens, who do you really care
Companies
about?
that
I mean, dude,
literally,
there are tons of people who scam them out of businesses, and God, you know what I'm saying? So literally, they made it so easy that people could scam them out of getting money for quote unquote businesses because that's what their motivation was to give. I know people who never. I never got a stimulus. I know people who never did but I know people who made a business and got some money from
Right.
from these stimulus packages. So they could have easily solved both problems by giving the citizens the money.
Exactly.
Why would you have to give they're corporations? They sell products, do a service, etc. Why would you have to give them money?
I mean, nobody in the long run, nobody dies if a business shuts down, especially if you're paying your citizens.
I mean,
so I mean,
if you give the people the money, they would spend it as if they made the money, if they were working.
right.
So why again? You literally through your actions are showing what you care about as what I'm saying, as your motivation. Because common sense would tell you, people was you think just common people are just oh, I'm gonna save all this money. No, they're gonna spend the money because they've never had. They're gonna
Right.
spend it, and it's going. Where's it going? Right into the economy,
businesses.
right into these businesses. It makes no logical sense to give money to businesses as if they were, what I'm saying, because who works in these businesses?
People they
Who owns the businesses?
people.
I mean, it makes no sense.
You have a good 2 viewers on TikTok.
What's up?
Yeah.
2 viewers.
And you got 1 viewer on Facebook, and it's probably me.
Hey man,
What's up, Thug Nasty?
look, you got to go through the low time. Look, there was a time when Honor Don't Care in its infancy. You know what I'm saying? And then there were also times where it was 2,000 views and shit off the live. You know what I'm saying? We had 2,000 views. So
There has
you know-
been a guy on this TikTok live forever, more, and he has not said one word in the comments.
That's
So
fine. Look.
I'm kind of disappointed.
We don't gotta talk.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Call him out.
I don't know who he is, but he a man.
it's hey, look, hey, you gotta comment. I appreciate the watch, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, go ahead. If you don't follow, hit the follow button. You know, like follow him if he ain't follow. You know.
We usually do it on Fridays. You know, pushed it back.
Yeah, we usually do this. We usually do this on Fridays. So you know, like I'm gonna start creating events on the TikTok Live so that you know you like, and you can attach a video to it. So I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna like get a sample of the previous video and attach it to the. I'm gonna attach it to the I'm bouncing and attach it to the next week's
There you go.
lives.
Followed him for you.
Good job. So I don't know your name, but I'm following
His
you
name's
regardless.
Derek.
Derek, I'm following you regardless. What's up? Appreciate you.
What I don't get is though how the U.S. printed 40% of all paper currency that's in circulation was made in the last like year and a half since the pandemic started.
No, wait,
Yeah.
one more time.
So 40% of all paper currency in circulation
Yeah.
was printed in the last year and a half.
That sounds shady.
So it's gonna drive inflation like crazy once it actually impacts the economy.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is how that went to the businesses and not the people, because that was mostly for the businesses.
Get it? Don't make sense. But anything you want to say about the masks and
No, I think I got that all out.
you got it all out? All right. Now I'm gonna get to my first topic for today, and
Eddie's on the live on TikTok.
Mr. Optics.
What's up, Pedro?
What's up, Optics? Go ahead and share that to your little hip hop dance.
Skull emojis.
Send
Your
it
hip
to
hop thug, you know,
Oh,
your
this
hip hop
here.
thug dancer, your crews. Send this live out to them. Make sure they're watching. So A Train, what's this gentleman's name? It's PJ
PJ
Washington. PJ Washington. Now, Day Day, you're informed on this man's situation.
Yeah, very
Um,
informed.
So like, and if you don't like, you want to tell everybody. You just learned about it, so why don't you go ahead and tell everybody
it's
this
fresh
man's
on my
yeah, it's
mind.
fresh on your mind. Why don't you tell everybody the situation that
Okay.
Mr. PJ Washington is going
Her
through?
name, yeah,
Brittany
Brianna. Brittany. I was a Brianna.
Brittany, bitch.
No,
It's
she does
Brittany,
not
bitch.
get that
No, she-
title.
no.
She does not get that title.
Oh, she don't get that
That's
title.
Britney Spears.
Well, Brittany Renner is a bitch,
But she doesn't get to be Britney bitch.
that's true.
Because Britney bitch is Britney Spears.
The phrase applies, but it is not her.
Yes. So Brittany has, she was 26 at the time. She started dating PJ Washington, who happened to be 19 years old.
He was still in college, I'm assuming.
Oh,
I'm
No,
assuming.
he's an NBA player. He's probably.
I mean, but when this happened,
He was in
he
the
in
NBA
NBA
at 19?
at 19?
You can be in the NBA.
I mean, no, I'm not talking about you
Was
can
he?
be. I'm saying was
He's been
he?
in the league, I think, for
I-
2 years now.
I'm gonna look up, when did PJ
I-
Washington get into the league?
Well, I think well, yeah, I guess that's what you have to look up because
Because their baby
I
was born
thought
in
he
May.
was in college, and then like I could be wrong because I'm.
They started
anyone who's
dating-
been watching-
They started dating last year during the pandemic, so I'd assume he was in the NBA because he's already played a full
He
season.
may have but see, I heard that like, and again, this ain't fact. It's like I thought I heard or read that she was like attending his college game,
Probably.
and then that's how it all
He
kicked
was
off.
drafted.
scouting
He
him.
was drafted in 2019.
So that was 2 years ago. This is
They
2021.
got together in 2020, had their baby in this year.
So
in May.
he was already in the NFL. He was in the NFL. In the
So, but I
NBA.
think she was, but she kicked. If I'm correct, I think she was at his like college games before he got
She was
drafted.
scouting him like a.
She was scouting him like a scout,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about that because he was he's now 23 and he said he was about 21 years old when he was drafted into the NBA.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
But he.
So he would
on,
auto-
on the
He
thing
in
that you
college.
sent me, he was 19 when they started
So
dating.
it was 19 when they were
Oh,
dating.
so
yeah, in
21
college.
when he
in
got-
college, yeah. So yeah, in college. So then that part of the story is probably true. Yeah.
Okay, so they started dating, and she had already dated, Colin Kaepernick, Lil Uzi Vert. She's now dating, well, not now, but
She's been through every season.
then started to date PJ, Mr. PJ, and they dated, for a little over a year, had a kid, and then broke up, I guess, and now is getting a lot of money in child support because he, is in the NBA. He makes a lot of money. And she went on to make a comment that if you Just go for athletes. They are really dumb. So there's that. That's about the gist of the story.
So, but the hot take part of it is that like whether or not it's I don't know, moral that this woman basically we'll just like, and again, this is not necessarily my opinion, but my way that the social media is talking about this is that this woman preyed upon this man in hopes of being knocked up because she was probably understanding that he was going to be, a professional athlete, and her plan was to be knocked up and, therefore reap the benefits of child support from a man who makes a lot of money. So so the question that's being, phrased in the court of public opinion is she wrong? Is she, what I'm saying, like, is it wrong what she did? Or is the responsibility Mr. Washington's to be more astute about the type of women that he fornicates with? Where does the responsibility rest in regards to this situation?
So personally,
Yeah.
I think that what the fuck? Brittany, is that her name?
Brittany Renner.
Brittany.
Brittany, bitch.
She's a very pretty girl, and I personally.
Oh, I mean, just speaking of prettiness, like in your research, aren't you aware of several other young men who have made the acquaintances of Miss Brittany?
Like Colin Kaepernick and Lil
Whoa.
Uzi Vert.
Whoa, Colin Kaepernick.
they have been.
I'm not
Been there,
surprised.
done
Like
that.
Uzi Vert, that sounds like
been there,
that
done
sounds
that, got
familiar.
the
But Colin
promotion.
Kaepernick.
Yes, I read this in
Wait a
the
minute.
article today. I was very.
Oh, I'm so sad. 80 proof ain't a lot. Wait a minute. When was this woman is 26 years old, correct?
Colin Kaepernick's in his 30s.
And is a married man.
Oh, hold up.
Hot take.
Hold up now.
I don't know how long he been married, but like now she's 26 years old, so that means she's been of legal age for 8 years.
He's been married for 6 years.
So this could have happened.
So when she was 18, he was like 26, 27.
So technically, she could have been of legal age when they had known each other. It's possible. So
He's 33 right now.
I mean,
see why the doctor.
now I'm sure it's possible. Like if we cared, I'm sure we could. I don't think it's very relevant, but if we could, I bet you we could. Because I think you could Google it and probably know, but I don't think it's entirely super relevant. Now I did, shade her, her character a little bit, but it's not. I don't.
It's not
totally
important now.
yeah.
Now it's not
It's not
important.
important
Whatever.
for that.
So,
But she a hoe.
I think honestly that if she wanted, since she has been with Colin Kaepernick, she obviously has been with Lil Uzi Vert, that she's been with people who make money.
Right.
And I think that if she wanted to be knocked up quick and then get a check quick, that she probably would have found. I don't think she would have stayed in a relationship for a little over a year to then have a baby. Like then it just seems a little. If she was in it solely for that, I feel like eventually she would have gotten tired of it not happening that way. And
But,
maybe
like,
would have
to my
found
knowledge,
somebody
they-
else.
Do you want to? I'm just gonna bring this up. Do you want to know all the people that she has dated in the past?
Yeah.
Has been
Why don't you flip the camera
Okay.
and tell everybody?
I guess let me do this.
Yes, Maddie Kate.
Not right now. Hold
Oh.
on. Fuck.
Just that way your face ain't up in the camera.
That's awesome.
You have a light on your phone if you need to
Yeah, it's not.
help yourself.
It looks
My
like
eyes don't even look open.
Okay, let's hear the list.
Okay, let's go.
Let's hear the thought list.
So the list would be Colin Kaepernick, Trey Songz, Drake.
Trey Songz! Drake!
If Aiden,
Drake!
Chris Brown,
C Breezy!
Lil Uzi
Miss
Vert,
Mo Logan says
and
what's up.
Casey, whoever the fuck, I don't know the last name.
Casey, what?
It's like THERRIAULT. I don't know who
I
that
can't
is.
spell for shit.
I don't know that name.
I'll look
Logan
it up,
also
hold
sends
on.
likes.
Huh?
Miss Mo Logan on TikTok.
Oh,
sounds like.
hey, what up? That she from Wiley. That's, you know what I'm saying. She I don't know if you remember. She used to live like not far from from what's her face's house. Lisa's friend. No, it's fine. We'll talk about it. But anyway, I forget what I was saying. Oh, we're talking about the quality of her character. So, like, I mean, I mean, that's fine. Here's my thing is, like, now, Madison, is it still on you?
No, it's on y'all.
Okay. I think this young man needs to make better decisions in the type of women that.
With a past like that.
Right, because here's the thing is, like, I mean, and I'm not trying to shade this woman because, like, she could be a good, or at least fun to hang out with and funny or whatever like that. But, I mean, like, her comments about athlete, kind of give you a very in-depth opinion on how she feels about athletes. So, and, like, maybe she actually liked this guy. I don't know this woman's, true intentions. Now, I'm apt to believe that she probably used the man as a meal ticket or, whatever. I mean, like, I think the social media says she's going to get like $200,000 a month. I don't think, I'm sure it's going to be a significant amount of money, even monthly or yearly, however you cut it.
Like an eighth of what he makes.
Right, but I don't think it's going to be any kind of. I mean, literally, that's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, then what happens if he like suffers an injury? He's not, what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. But I think, like, if that's her intentions, hey, I probably, like, karmically, I'm sure she is a very, very miserable person. But, what I'm saying? Obviously, whoever she is good enough to make a very young athlete who probably is well aware of his potential and, his ability to make it into professional sports. So, like, his ability at sports or physicality obviously is on the table. But his decision-making processes as it appeals to, the fairer sex were not so good. So is that supposed to be her problem for him, for her to discern what man is capable to, have a sexual relationship with her and who is not? You know what I'm saying?
I guess, you can't. If she had a plan, you can't really be mad at her for having a plan. You can only be mad at the person who.
Right, I mean, like, he was not a child. He was an adult. I mean, like,
Yeah,
she was older, but she was not like a 30-year-old woman or a 40-year-old woman. Like,
Right.
So she wasn't much older than the man to be able to say that she was preying on him. Now, it does sound like she has been around the block, a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure, she's probably been on more private jets than a person who does not make the amount of money a year to
Probably
warrant traveling on
Yeah.
private jets. So, I mean, I don't know. I will leave it to the audience to decide if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you can't afford to be on private jets, but yet you're on them all the time, I don't like. I think that's kind of cool. I mean,
Sounds
what I'm
like
saying?
a
Like,
win. I don't know.
I can't afford it. I've never been on a private jet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you couldn't technically afford it and you've been on all the time, I mean, I hope you don't have to do anything you regret doing to frequent these travelings on private, PGs, but that's your life, not mine. So I don't got no judgment. I just hope whatever it is, you can live with it. If it in fact, and look, here's the thing: is maybe she just got it like that. Maybe she ain't got to do nothing she never wanted to do to
Right.
ride a PG. You know what I'm saying? In a G,
PG.
PG?
private jet.
A private PJ.
PG.
What happened? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Sweet.
Sweet,
Any
sweet.
bugs to set up?
sweet God.
And Miss Malone also said, hey, if they're
I
willing to
fly
spend
high, no lie. We ball it. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Miss Malogan said, hey, if they're willing to spend it.
Look, man, exactly. Like whatever your currency is, if you're willing to spend it, like, hey, it's all on you, man. You like whether you spend all your money or your
Like me.
your your energy, your private bits, whatever. Like if you're comfortable spending it, like what you know what I'm saying, like whatever. If you're comfortable spending it, like you're the ones that you the one that has to. You're on your accountant. So when the Reaper comes calling, like you pay the price. So or and that's the thing is, do you know what certain things cost you ahead of when the bill is due?
I mean,
Not really.
maybe.
Like, cause
Kinda,
that's
a
what
little
that's
bit.
what we're really talking about here. Cause I bet, cause they were together technically 9 months
About
or
a
something,
year.
like a year,
About a
close to a
A
year.
little over
So
a year.
now, unless he's just a complete jackass, I'm sure he was having a good time before he knocked her up. I'm assuming.
I'm
I
imagining
would-
so.
I'm assuming that for 9
It made him
months,
not much money.
several months of that he was feeling like the man. I'm sure he was. Look, I've dated someone who was not the greatest for me, but when I took her into the club, felt like the man. So I know definitely what this man must have felt like, because she's a very attractive woman. Yes, no, like I haven't really.
pretty.
Yes.
I haven't really
she
looked at her,
is.
so I can't really speak to her. But in my mind's
You're a big
eye,
fan.
knowing, who's in her who's in her book, I would assume she's an attractive young lady. I would assume.
She is. She is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Very curvaceous.
oh, see, that's a lovely,
That's why.
that's a lovely thing. Ain't nothing wrong. I had to take a sip
He got
on that
6
one.
viewers on TikTok. He got 1.2 thousand likes on TikTok.
That's what's up. I don't know what that means, but if anyone on TikTok is free to tell me. If I'm not following any of those people, go ahead and follow them if you want to go ahead and do that. If you're watching on TikTok, I definitely appreciate you. But back to the subject at hand. So I don't think it's her responsibility to because here's the thing is all he's got to do is have a higher standard of what he's looking for in the top. You know what I'm saying? And he probably could have dodged that situation altogether. And that would not say that anything's wrong with her. It's just, for his own good, he could have dodged the situation if he just would have held himself to a higher standard, and he didn't. So that's not her responsibility. And so if people call her a gold digger, but okay, fine. Again, we're just saying, if that's what she's going to use to get what she wants, she's the one that's going to pay the price. And this man did it. He wasn't thinking about his actions and impregnated a woman that ultimately probably doesn't love him and had designs on what he could provide financially, even if they weren't in a relationship. Dude, you got played. You know what I'm saying? You literally got played. So how is she that she's you played the game, and when it came time, you lost. That ain't her. That ain't all her.
Miss Malogan said, I'm curvaceous too, just extra curvy.
She look. Oh no, Miss Logan is very converse. Don't you know what I'm saying? She's a very shapely young lady.
What do you say? Hiptedly gifted?
Hiptedly gifted. That's what my brother used to say. She's very hiptedly gifted. She's yes. She's very hiptedly gifted
She said LOL.
and very successful. Might I add. Everything is for it. Everything is for it. Anyway, I won't put a business out there. But it is. She pushing forward. Anyway, so again, I'm not mad at this woman. You know what I'm saying? If you he knew his potential and he just said, "Fuck it." I'm gonna shoot her club up. I bet you he was shooting the club up on the daily. You know what I'm saying? As often as he could. I bet you he was you know what I'm saying, unleashing the beast, in heat. So again, that's because even if they were in love and he knocked her up and then again, that's your fault that you were not having, protected. Oh yeah, I'm not even mad at him. I'd have been I'm gonna be honest, I'd have a tough time too.
Miss Malogan said he shot the club up and fought in the parking lot.
And fought in the parking lot. And got arrested, beat up by the police, then got taken away in EMT, then fell out the back, the whole nine. But yeah, whew, That lady is hiply gifted too. Miss Brittany is hiply gifted too.
She is.
That's not a lot. So before we move on to our next thing, has anybody else got anything to say about gold diggers? Doug Nasty?
I don't.
You have no comments on gold diggers?
No.
So is she a hero or a zero, in your opinion?
I think it was wrong for her. to
Why
do that.
can't you just answer the question?
trying
No,
to.
it's a
I-
hero, zero.
She's a zero.
She's a zero. A-Train?
I mean,
Hero or zero?
hero.
She's a hero? I respect
but
it.
it's kind of in the middle though, because like
No, Mills.
You already said it.
Coin flip. What was
I
it? Heads or
think
tails? What
But
is
she's
she?
a hero.
She's
She
a
got
hero.
that bag.
I-
I don't know what to say.
I'm saying, like, I ride with the hero on this one. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was somehow, like, if she was with this nigga for like 10 years or something, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's a finesse. Especially if then she gets the child support and like half
Half of
half,
everything,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's a finesse.
Miss Logan brought up, what do you think about Travis Scott as a gold digger? I mean, he's about to have baby number 2 with Kylie, and they aren't together.
Well, but there you go. I mean, baby, I mean, like
they
he-
were together, and they looked.
if he is doing the same thing that old Brittany is, okay, he's playing the long con because he, like you said, baby number 2. That's a lot of time in, and I mean, are they back? The babies ain't even back to back, right? Like,
No, they had their first one like 3 years ago.
Exactly,
But
so
also,
he's-
Travis is also like successful in his own right.
but have they been on and off? They've been on and off though,
They
right?
They have.
Okay.
Yes.
So they're like on and off together, but at the same
They're
time,
both
they're
successful
both very,
people,
very,
I mean.
very.
I mean, she's on now she's successful on an entirely different level.
Brittany Renner is.
No, I'm
successful
talking about
she
because
was-
what's her name?
Kylie
Yeah,
Jenner.
she's
She's a billionaire.
yeah, that's successful on a different level. So I mean, like here's the thing is,
Travis is
I don't
California
even like.
though.
I'm pretty sure when you got a B in your bank account, that if you were to marry someone like Travis Scott, there's going to be a prenup. I don't think there's
He was
any.
taking half of her
Eh,
shit.
yeah, like I don't think
Well,
there's any chance that like she's gonna be able to get married to this motherfucker and like he have to sign his name on this other piece of paper to
Right.
make that happen. Like if you want to go off, yeah, sure, we'll give you cut you a check for $2 million or something. Like you know what I'm saying, to send you on your way, pat you on your butt and send you on your way. But
Not
yeah, I
half of this
don't
shit.
think there ain't no chance he's just gonna like end up with half. You know, like especially California is a community property state, so like the in the divorce, the lesser half gets, you know, communal property of all your estate and belongings.
She said, "LOL, yeah, it's just that she's a billionaire. I bet she'd end up paying spousal support."
Well, I mean, but that's the thing is, I think the prenup is what you like. You basically
You don't
establish
have to
what,
pay them shit for the rest of your life.
or I mean, like, well, no, sometimes it's prearranged. And the prenup is prearranged that it would be, yay, so much for so many years, or a lump sum of blah blah blah. So like, that's just what a prenup says is that there will be no. I mean, I think sometimes they try to litigate it, but oftentimes that's pretty ironclad. It's like, look, you literally signed something that said if you part ways, this is what the deal is. You ain't gonna be able to come back later. But so my next topic is that it's still we're in the relationship dome. Is that so? Like, say you're talking to somebody, right? Like you're in the talking phases,
Right.
and like you know, you like almost the point you're making plans, you know, such like that, and then like boom, they on Facebook with somebody else and their kids, and you know, like their kids together, like what do y'all think? Do y'all think that
They've
person?
been talking the whole time.
No, I don't know. It doesn't matter that like if they were talking the whole time or not. That's not the question. Do you think that situation deserves someone like just to be able like a heads up? Not a matter of like, you know, they're wrong because like, you know, if you're single, you're single. You can see whatever you want to. It's just a matter of communication. Do you feel that the other person deserves like a heads up, or is it just like, you know, it's the Wild Wild West, motherfucker? They put up or shut up and get ready to gun down, you know, to sundown. Like what, you know, it's just what you get in is where you fit in.
I think if they're at the point they're like, you know, making plans, doing all this and that, it could have been nice heads up. that you.
But no, it's not about nice. Like, of course, but do you think it's like, I mean, of course, this all boils down to opinion, but do you think as far as like our social guidelines are, is living in a community, in a society, do you think it's proper for the one individual to tell the other?
No, they're not together.
No, because like she said, they're not together. They're only in the talking.
I mean, if you're talking to get together with them, I would say yes.
See, I'm away in with my female compatriots. Like, I technically think no. Like, like, here's the thing is because you're
It
not in a
would be
relationship
nice.
with somebody.
It's not going to be committed.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
If
'cause
if you want to be committed, you should.
No,
Bring
no,
that.
like, we're not talking about like the actual, like I'm talking about just like the social, like the accepted social norms. Like again, I don't think that they do. I don't think you deserve it. But it's like if you are like a grown up, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have nothing to hide from somebody, like to me, I've definitely had to have a big boy conversation where something like progressed with one person that I was taught, in very early conversations with, and then be like, what the fuck did I just like? I'm like, dude, sorry, like I definitely things move faster than I thought. Like I definitely liked you, but this, kind of like like gasoline in the match. Like it just kind of like went there. Had a conversation, but like I've also been in a situation where the opposites happen, and where I'm the one seeing it, and I'm like, and literally just was supposed to hang out with this person, and like, you just booed up, like you got the kids around this motherfucker, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh shit. I was like, I respect it, like, you know what I'm saying, that's your gangster, but it's just like to me that like I feel that you like what's really you're fucking with is karma, because like, you know what I'm saying, like what you really should be, like what you should have done was been like, honest, like, hey, like, before like I post this picture of like shit, like before I see everyone you see it, I just want to let you know that like I am talking to this guy and whatever. Like I'd be like, because again, I'm not that type of guy to fucking like, fuck this bitch, like not like, hey, your life is your life, like, you know what I'm saying, like you like somebody, like that's who you need to be, like that. If you feel your kids is good around this motherfucker, that's who you like. That's who you need to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mad at anybody for liking who they like, because that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? That like, but there is a proper way to do things, and to be open and clear and communicate. Especially if you call somebody a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone is your friend, like if you're going into a relationship, or even if you're thinking about it, or anything else, in and around that concept. Like, you should be friends with somebody, and if you can't even openly communicate with them, like, because that's what I'm saying. Like, when that happened to me, I was like, that's a great sign that you're probably not very good at communication. So I'm glad glad it didn't go anywhere. But damn, like you should be, even if it's just friendship, you should be able to communicate with somebody to the point where, like, hey, heads up, like. This is what like I don't want you to have to find out in social media and shit, like blah, blah, blah. I mean, to me that's what you should do to be cordial in a situation. But hey, what do I know?
Yes, I think it'd be nice and a decent thing to do, but I don't think you have to, because you're not together. You're not. You're not.
Right. I mean, because I will say some people say you owe other person now. Because everything, I've also ghosted people that I didn't know very well, and I mean and I've also been ghosted by women, and I don't feel anything about being ghosted by a woman that I don't like. It's not my friend, did not have a connection with. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a problem. Like if I don't know you, you definitely don't owe me anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do not owe me a conversation. Like, I don't feel bad about the time I'm not on Tinder or none of that shit right now. Just let y'all know, I'm still single, but I ain't on none of that shit. But I have been on this shit, big plans with somebody, like actually for a date, tumbleweeds, like literally, like cool, that shit don't hurt my feelings. It's when someone you actually know somebody and like and then like you just gotta leave them on zero communication. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, but that's cool. Like now I peep, you know, I peep game. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and handle you accordingly. But yeah, like I've been ghosted and have ghosted. I don't feel anything. There's nothing wrong with being ghosted by people you don't know. Like that to me. Now, if you're a motherfucker, they're like, that ghosted me. Should I call them? Should I? You know, I'm gonna wait 2 days and then I'll call them. And if they don't answer tomorrow, then I'll wait another day and call them. Like, have some fucking self-respect. If somebody fucking ghosts you, delete the number off your phone. Fucking block them yourself. Like, don't text them asking like, why did you block me? No, don't do any of that. Like, delete their contact. Block them on social media. Like, if someone ghosts you, do not fucking go asking them why they ghosted you. Just like let them go about their business. Obviously,
they showed you what they were.
Right, they showed you who they are. Believe them. Don't you play into like not even, maybe they don't want you to bother them, but either way, they've already let you know what type of person they are. Like don't go hounding them, asking for, you know what I'm saying? They have literally told you everything you need to know about their personality. Believe it. Why do they need to rephrase words to tell you what their actions told you? Right. There's no way that they can put into words that's really going to make you feel better, because I mean, whatever it is about them in regards to you makes them a piece of shit. So take it for what it is and move on. Like, get the closure from yourself that like, hey, like I need a higher standard of person to interact with, and like someone who's not going to communicate with me or you know fairly is obviously somebody I don't need to communicate with. So let me go find someone who will communicate with me in the manner that I feel like I need to be communicated with. But hey, that's just me. What do I know? It's a monkey show.
Agreed.
Lollipops and motherfucking unicorns. How long have we been? 22 minutes.
Dead.
If it's 22 minutes, I'm gonna commit Harry Carey
17
on.
minutes.
52 minutes.
Oh!
53 minutes.
And I feel
Very
like
nice.
Micah said the same amount of words on this episode as he did on last week. So hopefully,
I think he did.
hopefully next week he can defend himself. I feel like I had another topic, but I can't even remember what it. Oh, but we haven't done our weekly check-in. So woo, shit! Look at that, 52 minutes, and we ain't done our weekly
That's
check-in.
pretty good.
You are
I'm pretty.
fucking
That
freak.
damn hairband. I've been so cold this whole time.
I should have sat it there because last week when Black was on, like I felt so bad with him because I was just sweating.
It's
like
so
I was
cold
just
over
like,
here.
but I had my like big light last time,
Yeah.
and it was just like melting me.
Straight on you, yeah.
Like I was just like, dude, my deodorant gave up. Like my deodorant gave 20 minutes ago. It is a losing battle. I was like, this side was fine, but this side was just like, it was bad.
Burning.
It was rough. It was like being outside. That shit was hot.
John, we should start with you. How has your week been going?
My week has been very frustrating. It's
Frustrating.
a very frustrating week. I don't want to go into the one part of frustrating has to do with my youngest son. I don't want to go into all his stuff, but it's kind of paperwork type of shit's very frustrating. But I've lost a DJ gig. That's kind of I'm saying that was disheartening. So we're trying to build back from that. So life goes on. I got some other coals in the fire. Going on. So hopefully one of those spark up. I have faith one of those will. So y'all pray for me. To Buddha, God, Krishna, whatever y'all pray to. Throw into whatever God you worship in.
Whoever.
But you know me, like I'm always good. So I mean, like I'm Gucci regardless. What about y'all?
My week's been pretty good. We had new kids at work. Been working on getting them nice and good in our class. They've been doing great.
Make sure they
though.
start cleaning the classrooms and.
They were doing great. They've been doing fantastic. So my week's been pretty easy. Went to a Cowboys game. You know, they lost, but it's okay. It's just preseason. It's fine.
What's the
But yeah, my week it was pretty good. And I went to the casino. Lost there too, so that's nice too.
just L's all weekend?
Lots of losing this weekend, but you know.
Oh, I did catch a W at the casino though. I catched a W at the casino, so that was good.
That was a good time.
The Lady Luck was with me. Hit 23 twice. Thug Nasty made me and hit 23. So that was 23. MJ and my birthday still pulling strong. Thug Nasty.
My week's been good. You know, went to a Cowboys game. They lost, but I'm okay with that because you know I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah. You both the waves, both the flags sitting on that side of the camera today, which whatever way the wind blows.
Went to the casino. You know, won $20 more than what I brought, but that's okay. 'Cause, you
That's
know,
a win.
That's a win. That's a win, baby. Did D1? Did he take home money or did he lose everything?
No, he took home money. I think.
I mean, but he more than he brought, or
Yeah.
oh,
I'm pretty
okay,
sure,
yeah.
'cause he said on one
I know he had
machine-
some luck, but I also know he
On one
sat down and
machine, he just
shat
won
down.
120
Yeah, he
Oh,
won
did he?
120
Oh,
bucks
okay.
on
And
one
then he was
machine.
just like, all right, I'm probably not. He went down to 100 on that, and then
I'm
he
proud
beat
of him.
Stress.
Yeah, I'm
So
proud of him. All right,
he took the dub.
I walked out
That's
with the
what's
first $100 bill.
Miss
that's what's
Malogan
up. He
said that-
did have a lot more luck. What's up?
Miss Malogan said that she's back. She had to get some snacks.
Okay.
Hey, that's what's up. We're just going through our week. Miss Logan, you can tell us how was your week too? Yeah, let us know. Anything else? No other additions? Did you have you beat up any kids yet?
I have not. Last week they had me in different
We're
classes.
gonna start up a new board. I've still got bets on one. Madison beats up a kid.
I won't beat up a kid.
I'm gonna have multiple
The
days.
kids
Hopefully, I
are
win.
great. They're wonderful. They're better than what they were before we got them.
Oh, all
They
right.
are.
Sounds amazing.
It's good. It's good.
My week has been all right. Found out I'll be working overtime for the next few weeks because staffing issues. You know, COVID can't hire people, but people are looking for work. Don't know how that happens, but you know, went to the casino. Think lost quicker than anyone else did. My $60 that I brought was gone within about 20 minutes.
Well, that's what
So,
happens in the slot machines.
Yep, I don't think I hit anything worth more than $4.
That sounds
Yeah.
like me. I walk like my analogy for slot machines is basically to take your money, how much money you're bringing to gamble, is you take it and you run into the casino and you just throw it all in the air and you see how much of it you can
Yeah.
grab back. And if you left, that's akin to the same thing as if you went and said, ka-ching, and just did that for 2 hours. It's the same thing. It's like, because depending on how many people in there, you might not get any of your money back when you throw it in there. And sometimes you just, oh, hey, I got a $10 back.
That's good. That's really good.
Every once in a while, you're lucky when maybe someone else is throwing all their money in the casino and you grab some of theirs too. So maybe sometimes you get a little bit more than you did. But, you know, I just don't even see the point. Like it's very, very, few and far in between when I hear people hit, like, oh, somebody I know hit $30,000, $100,000. They're very spread apart by years and shit. As many people as I know go to Vegas, as a vacate, and I love, don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to shade Vegas. I love Vegas. We're going to Vegas. We're going to do a shoot.
Someone commented.
On?
Miss Logan.
I was gonna say it after
Oh.
your monologue that you were going on there.
Oh, I love Vegas, but,
Speaking of Vegas,
That's why I said it.
oh,
Miss Malogan said
I
that
didn't know the
she got a
comment yet.
promotion and is going to Vegas on Wednesday and then moving to Atlanta.
oh, now I know. So when we do a show in Atlanta, we're coming to stay in the ATL. We're going to talk to Mr. Perry about moving productions to his studios in Atlanta. So what I'm saying, like, I will need a place to stay when you move to Atlanta. I'm sure it's gonna be like a mansion with the Mercedes Benzes in the driveway and shit.
And then Eddie says that he's never been, so I guess he's
We're not worried about it.
asking if he can come with.
No, I'm not worried about
No.
optics. I'm not worried about optics.
He can go on his other time.
He
He
look.
can go with his wife.
He can go with his
You
wife,
want to
she'll
get
love
married
Vegas.
in your like early 30s or whenever you got married, hey, that's you decided to be like, fuck. You said fuck Vegas. That's not my fault. Okay, you chose not to go to Vegas in your life. That's nothing I have any choice about.
Miss Malone said that she doesn't have a mansion, but she does have a Benz.
Oh. What
But
kind of Benz do
wait,
you
look,
have?
Give
wait.
her a few years, she'll
No,
have
no,
a
no.
mansion.
Wait till she moves to Atlanta, and then let's see if she tells me she doesn't have a mansion. Wait, just wait. When she moves to Atlanta, let's see if she still says she doesn't have a mansion. I'm gonna see. We're gonna check about this.
It's actually just an 11.
She's like-
11-bedroom house, guys.
She's
It's
like,
not a mansion.
I hate living next to Ti. He just makes noise all the goddamn time. He's got 30,000 kids, and all they do is make noise.
She
She
flexing.
has a 2021 E350 coupe.
Yeah, don't-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
she flexing.
Yeah,
She
she,
flexing.
Okay.
she gonna get a mansion.
Don't think she ain't gonna have a mansion when she moves to the
You drive a coupe,
The-
you got money.
the ATL. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you drive a Benz, you got
A time
money.
down. He signed up. A time down. She about to be living
Depending on
large.
what kind of Benz it is.
I've seen
I mean,
some
but if
crappy
it's a
Benzes.
2021, like,
Yeah, a 2021, she got money.
she probably paid cash for that bitch. She said, here you go. She probably don't make payments on it. That's why she can afford her
I'm
mansion.
sure if she does,
That's why
I'm
she
sure
go
it's
on
because I'm sure it's like building her credit, and she probably like pays it on
She
her
pays like
on her
$12
$12 a month.
her like her credit
$12.
card that like gets all the miles and points and everything. So like even when she pays her exorbitant like car payment, it's now making like freaking
making
flower
money off
miles.
of it.
Exactly.
Now
That,
she
you know
can
like
take 20
shit.
Now she can
shit-
take 20 trips this year.
$65,000
Shit rich
down
people do,
payment.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nothing about that lifestyle. You have to clue me in on that. I just watch from afar, and you know what I'm saying, like peek over your shoulder. But again, the Vegas shit is that like I don't know, like if it was really that thing, it would be happening more.
She works for Mercedes.
She gets a discount because she works for Mercedes.
So-
So she definitely paid cash for it.
Yeah. She said, all right, you said $30,000? All right, here you go.
And I think she works in corporate, so it's like
There you go.
Oh.
But she just got a promotion.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
She,
So, it ain't a game,
That's
okay?
why she
It ain't a game.
Can you give me a
She was
Mercedes?
trying to get a little bit of
Can
extra
you
down
ship
payment
it?
cash.
Talk to them about sponsoring Honor Care.
Please.
I
Mercedes up in here.
we need. I just want to put the logo.
already have it
Start
on
the.
the freezer.
I just want to start the show with the sponsored by Mercedes Benz.
Yes.
Get
Yes,
us all on a commercial.
That should be dope. But other than that,
We're doing those.
I
so
cannot
we'll see.
remember the other thing I was going to talk about.
Unconventional.
An hour
It is
and
a-
2 minutes.
But we have hit the hour mark. I'm sure Mikey was here. See, what I really wanted on this episode, so we may have to bring it up again. Like, I didn't tell Day Day this, but I really wanted Micah to be on the show that we talked about the masks and the vaccinations, because Micah has a different take on vaccinations and the mask
Well,
policy.
because everybody in this room right now is vaccinated. Micah would be the only one that is not vaccinated. Right?
Well, I don't know if you're allowed
John's
to just.
records. Say
I don't know if you're. Hey, I don't really.
That's not
HIPAA.
That's
Like,
not HIPAA.
oh.
It's not HIPAA.
I don't know
Calm
that.
down,
That's.
calm down.
I don't know if
Dak
that's true.
Prescott is not HIPAA.
I don't know if that's true. But I don't have to discuss my. We don't have to discuss my medical records on. I didn't clear this. I didn't sign any paperwork saying you can discuss my medical history. My medical history.
Your mental
Your
history.
mental history.
Well, we're not talking about my mental history. That's not for up for
You
discussion.
do enough of that.
I illustrate
see
on
it
the daily.
basis.
But so I think we're gonna. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here,
No,
don't let me
I don't think so.
speak for everybody.
I think I have talked what I want to speak. Speak
So
what
go
I
ahead.
want to speak.
Go ahead and offer your closing. Statements.
Again, yes, I'm Day Day, aka Pebbles, aka Pirate Pebbles, aka Rolling Pete, and yeah, that's,
All nicknamed by the late great Cindy J.
Yes.
80 proof rider.
yes, that's it.
You don't want to steal one of his.
Exits.
Exits.
Just remember this if you don't remember nothing else. The streets don't love you like I do,
And they never will.
will.
Now, and I can't even think of mine because these snow cones are giving me brain freeze.
You're different snow cones than me, buddy.
Do what?
Different snow cones than
But-
me, buddy.
I know, but snow, like cold beverages affect me
Yes, okay.
more sensitively than you do.
Okay, I got it.
But all right, I want to appreciate everybody that watched the show tonight. We'll be back next time at our usual day on Fridays, sometime after 8. We try to do the show.
Sometime.
Wait, can I stop you right here?
Of course you
just real
can.
Quick? Okay. Miss Logan said, "This is an awesome show. I like it."
You should
Well,
watch it on Facebook.
yes. Well, I definitely appreciate however you watch it. I mean, a lot of our, you know,
It looks good on here, but it's
TikTok.
much better on Facebook.
Well, look, I think next week I'm gonna try something else to like, you know, kind of work on the like fill up the frame more on the TV. So that's coming. But again, especially Miss Logan, I appreciate you and anyone else who's watching. But we're gonna cut out for now. On air, don't care. Optics, appreciate you. We got some music videos, some advertisements. We're gonna be bringing all kind of shit into On Air, Don't Care in the next couple of weeks. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got some shit to check out. Show y'all out. All right, let's get out of here.